What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at Lady Bullseye from the Mindless One wave. Let's check it out.
Now tuning into the encountered culture.
Counter-culture in your face. It's fun to pretend that you want it to end. I'd rather be drinking with my friends. When we go out, you never see us again.
As promised, today we are going to be looking at Lady Bullseye. Let's see what's going on. So we are dealing with a slightly heavier package. Obviously, she does come with the biggest portion of Mindless One, but she also comes with some things. So I feel like in the last couple of years, we've seen this figure, whichever figure comes with the main torso piece, it always seems kind of empty otherwise, right? It's a smaller figure, big piece, not much else. This, on the other hand, you get the figure, you get a pretty decent amount of accessories. So you get a pair of sai, a sword, fans, extra hands. So you do get some stuff packed in here. Of course, we have the Daredevil logo at the top, Marvel Knights, Lady Bullseye. There's your comic book artwork on the side. I like this. This is a nice style. Looks pretty good there. Flip it to the back. There is all of your information. So, of course, the rest of the figures you need to complete this wave. Just got Blade in. Still waiting on Clea. Not sure what the holdup is there, but definitely looking forward to those two specifically. Here is your little blob. So Lady Bullseye is a contract killer with a secret identity, martial arts prowess, and a vendetta against the Ninja Order, the Hand. Flip it to this side. There is your comic book art again. And there's your figure. Let's open that box. Fresh out of the box, this is a very clean, sleek looking figure. Definitely appreciate the aesthetic. I love the way the black and the white contrast. For me, it looks really good. It's simple but effective. So I am a fan of that. Absolutely meets the design mark. So you get what you're expecting out of this figure. She does come with a good amount of accessories. So usually there'd be nothing else in there, but you do get the set of sai, you get the extra hands, you have the fans, you have the sword. I know a lot of those are reused weapons, but hey, sometimes just having the extra weapons does take it over that hump and get you to the next step, right? So good in that regard. We'll take a look a little bit closer, see what we got going on. But for such a simple figure, I'm certainly enjoying it already just based on those facts. All right, so let's take a closer look. All right, so of course, just a nice looking face sculpt. I mean, it's a good look. I'm not super familiar with this run. I have been going back to check it out, but like I've said in previous videos, that's kind of the hobby, right? Some of it you already know, some of it you don't. You can kind of go back and forth. You find a figure that you like, it kind of gives you that little extra inspiration to go and check out those comic runs. But I'm a fan of this figure. Very basic color scheme, but as I said, it is effective, and just a super nice face sculpt. I'm really impressed by this face sculpt. So I won't go too much more into that, but I just think it's a really nice looking face sculpt. All right, as far as articulation goes, we do have a lot of reuse here, but of course you get the arm all the way around. You have the upper bicep swivel, double jointed pinless elbows on the female body, so that's always cool with Marvel Legends. There's your hand down there. Of course, we do have an extra set of hands, but they all share the same articulation point there at the wrist. Upper torso, you do have the swivel, which will go all the way around if you so desire. Coming up to the head, she'll look down pretty much all the way, so you're pretty good on that. Looking up, she'll look up about that far, so not too shabby. You can go all the way around, of course, and then side to side. You do get a little bit of motion there. Upper thigh swivel, of course. Leg will kick out just about that much, and you can take her back just about that far. Double jointed pinless at the knees. She'll come up to there. The foot will come up to there. You can almost touch the back with a little extra push. Coming down, nothing at the calf. You are straight through there. And of course the feet, everything you'd expect. Nice flat feet, so shouldn't have any trouble standing as well. Of course, nothing at the lower abdomen, so that's going to be definitely a complaint. No ab crunch, nothing here. So a figure that you probably would want to get in a little bit more dynamic of a pose, you will be certainly limited right there. So far, really enjoying the accessories that come with Lady Bullseye here. So we do get some things that we've seen before. Of course, the sai, definitely from Elektra. That hand holding the sai, certainly from Elektra. Swords, but like I said earlier in the video, having the extra weapons, it does make a difference. Just because you have them with her doesn't mean you have to use them with her. So you can certainly add those to your arsenal, if you will, and you have those additional weapons just to play around with and use for whatever you'd like. So for a comparison, I do have her backed up against Elektra's Daredevil, so you can get an idea of what these two might look like next to each other, kind of sized up against one another, give you that sort of picture view there, just as I said, so you can get an idea of what that might look like. All right, so of course, if we're going to have Lady Bullseye, we might as well throw in Bullseye just to see what these two look like next to each other. Quite the lovely pair. I'm sure they are friendly to have dinner with any night of the week. Certainly a nice looking combination here, if that's something that you're going for. I don't know, maybe you have a Bullseye collection, right? You have that other Bullseye to add to this. You've got options. Or maybe you just wanted to see what they look like next to each other. But there you have it. So that's what that looks like. Bullseye up against Bullseye for your size comparison. Folks, there you have it. There is Lady Bullseye. One thing I would point out, maybe it would have been nice to have one extra just regular open fist hand. It's kind of weird holding that other open fan, but you can make it work, so not a huge issue there. Nice figure in general, fairly basic, but certainly hits the mark for what it was going for. You do get a decent amount of accessories, which is not usually the case, or at least hasn't been for a little while, especially on that figure that comes with the larger Build-A-Figure piece. So that was a nice thing to see. All around, I'm enjoying this wave. I think this is one of the better waves in a long time, just from start to finish. Not saying that there have been totally bad waves, but sometimes there's some definite misses in there. This one, so far so good. I've enjoyed everything coming out of it. So definitely looking forward to completing the wave, completing the Build-A-Figure, to see what that's going to look like and really build out this shelf. So definitely like to hear your thoughts about it down in the comments below. Of course, if this is your first time coming here, you've been here before, really appreciate you dropping in, checking out the video, especially if you've made it this long, because you definitely don't have to, right? There are always a lot of options on YouTube as far as Marvel Legends are concerned, but you stuck it out. I appreciate that. If you are over on Instagram or you are over on Whatnot, feel free to check those out as well. And until next time, take it easy.
I'm being erased, I'm being replaced. Counter-culture, it's in your face. It's fun to pretend that you want it to end. I'd rather be drinking with my friends. When we go out, you never see us again.